Uh-oh. All right, here we go. Let's check audio. Let's check the audio. Visual. Make sure it looks good. Sounds good. It's a late one tonight. That's for sure. Give me a moment while I get the... I don't see the night... Oh, there it is. There it is. Nightbot did a good job. Good job. There's in the YouTube chat the top step risk disclosure. We know this is for educational purposes only. It's not a signals class. Anything you say or do will be held... Or wait, that's something else. How's everybody tonight? You're blowing your account. You started off mute. Yeah, I mean, you can't predict. You cannot predict the weather. You cannot predict the market. And sometimes you just have to be sitting there in traffic for like hours. It was miserable. I'd rather be here in front of you, in front of the audience, rather than sitting in traffic. I just read you your rights. Just read you your rights to the stock market. Anyway, let's take a look at this. Now, it's not going to be the normal slow markets because it's a little bit different time. It's already 9 p.m. Central. So a lot of the things have passed. Let's look. Let's look at this market. I'm going to start off in the NASDAQ, and we'll go through it. NASDAQ daily. One heck of a rally, right? One heck of a rally. Over 2,600 points since April 21st. And this is the first week of the new month, right? We're not even 7 business days in. I mean, that's one heck of a rally. I'm not going to be surprised that we get a pullback now over the past month, 2 months now. We're seeing like 2% up days, 2% down, 2% up, 2% down, 2% up. Intraday, it's 2% both directions. Maybe sometimes a little 3% in there. So, I mean, we're already starting off almost 1% down in this market. And the daily chart, it's questionable. Maybe, now if we do start to sell off, I'm going to be looking at testing a nice area of support and resistance. I mean, we were around there before. Maybe we come down and we test this zone again. Maybe we break below 20,000. We take a peek, maybe 19,700s. Let's look at this. I'm just eyeballing this on the daily. We'll zoom in and maybe get a little bit more accurate. But there's definitely some areas that this market could sell off and test. Let's take a look at the hourly chart, and we'll dive more in depth. So we're zooming in. This is an hourly chart. There is support down here at the middle of March, and plenty of support in that area. And then we look at this immediate price action after we all got liberated, and we see this as resistance, and then of course some support. So I would dare say that there's a decent sized zone around this area. Maybe, I don't know if you want to make an argument that it's this big, but I would not be surprised. This might sound bad. It's like, yeah, we're going to be, if we sell off, we're going to come somewhere in this area. I'm not trying to do that, okay? I'm not just saying, yeah, we're going to sell off, and here's my guess within 1,000 points. But you could see that there was a lot of resistance. Let me kind of zoom in a little bit. There's a little bit of resistance here, and yeah, there is an argument to be made that there's a bigger zone than I would expect, 19,600s to 19,800s. So I wouldn't be surprised if we start to sell off there. Yeah, look at that. Thanks for that shout out. Big offer in the NASDAQ. I mean, we look at this, the DOM. Let me put the volume on there so we could see. There's a 600 contracts sitting at 20,039. So is that a play? Maybe. Let's zoom into let's kind of continue to zoom in, right? We was looking at the daily. We're zooming in now, and we're looking at what's happened on basically since the new month. There's a nice area of support right here at 18,080s, 18,880s, or 19,880s. 19,000. I'm just gonna say the last 2 digits. 880s. Yeah, we'll go with that one. However, I mean, there is a case. Is this considered a breakout? Maybe we could also find something to line up to find a bounce off of that, or do we just look to sell this market? Right, there is a level of support. There is a level of support here at this 20,070s, 20,000 60s. We just broke down. Do we look for an area that we rally up, and then we look for a sell-off? Right, so that could be an option tonight. Let's look at the 5-minute chart. I mean, it's looking tempting to buy, to be honest. It's looking very tempting to buy down here. I mean, we are at this level of support, right at big round number 20,000, right? Big round number 20,000. We what, hit 990s, and we're bouncing off of that. If I was 10 minutes earlier, I probably would be in the long. If I was 10 minutes earlier, I think I might be in the long right now. Is that, yeah, that 60 got filled. Yeah, I would be in long. I mean, yeah, that's a beautiful 3-bar reversal, right? We broke through that 08s. But we are down almost 1%. I think there's a lot of traders and a lot of people that bought lower and they're looking to take profits. Big offers on the book. Yeah, 600 at 39. That's a big order. Let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and let's get in one. Let's get in a dinner trade. Let's get in a dinner trade tonight with a wider stop loss on a micro. Man, what's volatility? Now remember, let's look at the news. It's a big news week. It's a bank holiday in Japan. Got to put that one in context, right? Bank holiday. Just some services PMI for the U.S. tomorrow morning. We all know. I mean, not really much on Tuesday, and then of course Wednesday. Everybody. Wednesday's the big one. We have the FOMC and the press conference this Wednesday at 1 p.m. Central, and so maybe there's going to be a level of just hold where this market's kind of holding and moving sideways. Maybe we come back down. Yeah, that's not a bad play, to be honest. Maybe we look for this market to return to these 890s and this lower end of this consolidation. And is this consolidation while the market prepares for FOMC? That could be it. I don't know. There's tons of what ifs. I do like this pivot that we made. What time do we make this? This Thursday night. So that is a nice pivot. Not too bad. Risk in. I'm going to tuck this CYA just under these highs. I'm putting that stop loss just below that little level of support. A little bit lower right there. There's the stop loss. Maybe I could add to this. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at let's zoom in a little bit more. How's gold doing, by the way? Let's take a look at gold. I went ahead and I activated data for gold. So how is gold doing? Coach Hoop. I think I seen Coach Hoop in there. Do we short this in gold? Is there a short opportunity in gold, Coach Hoop? Look at that. Lots of support. Support became resistance one time. Will support become resistance again? Is shorting gold an answer? I don't know. Shorting gold's usually not the right decision, right? Someone says big yep, big yep. Hey, look. And you know what? I forgot. I have the music, but do you? I'm trying to get me a slow markets playlist. Got to get that slow markets playlist for sure. Well, it held up. Those 990s held up. Looking good. Maybe a reason to add. You don't hear no music? How about now? You should hear some music. Should have freaking added right there. What am I doing playing in micros? Should have just went freaking full port this. Worked pretty well. FOMC on Wednesday. Yes, yes. Okay, so plenty of. You could hear the. You could hear the music. Is that I want to watch the. That 600 is still sitting there. Let's not forget that. Chat, will you keep an eye on this for me, please? You know what? Actually, no, I don't need to keep an eye on it. Just, we'll do that. And I'll go. I gotta make sure. I'll just remember. What am I doing, everyone? I think FOMC will be a nothing burger. Maybe. I think the conference after is going to be the most important. What Papa Pal talks about, what he talks, what he says, how he answers the questions. The music, my voice, some bourbon here on a Sunday night. It doesn't get better than this. Hanging out, watching the markets, having conversation, listening to some calming music. I think we could come up and test those 39s. I think we could test these 39s. Why'd I only get into one micro, everyone? Drinking some bourbons. How about some Grandpappy? Some Pappy Van Winkle. I wouldn't be opposed to enjoying some nice Pappy Van Winkle. Rob Van Winkle. Drinking and trading a perfect combo. I don't think drinking and trading is the perfect combo. No. You don't want to mix the two. Go minis. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, right? We're almost 20 points in the money. This is a good dinner so far. $30 dinner? Why the 100 tick? I explain it in a lot of my streams. But really, I could kind of see these pivots a lot better, right? You can see these pivots. Levels of support and resistance. A lot better when you're zoomed in. Look at that. Oh, where'd that 600 go? Where'd the 600 go? It's gone. That 600 said bye. It dipped. Yeah, see, that's different. The other night, we were seeing those 600 get filled when Coach Jay and I was on. Up 20 points. I don't think, did this even go in a drawdown? Yeah, I think I entered somewhere right here, and I had 10 points worth of drawdown. 500 was filled. I don't see 500 being filled. No, there's 44 sitting at 47. 100 got filled at 37. There's some orders on the way down or up. I mean, nothing too crazy. And there was 200 that filled at 20,000, even big round number. Oh, that's why you answered your question. Playing games. My 100 tick looks different because I am on MNQ. 100 tick is based off of ticks. More volume is going through micros than there are minis. I like this. I like this one. This one's going on the Slow Markets playlist. If you like a song, let me know. I'll add it. I'm building the Slow Markets playlist. Two trades. I need to work on my volume, blow in some eardrums out. Dinner's growing wings. Come on, dinner. Dinner. If we get a pullback to these 016s, I might add. Yeah, I just said. You said at what point would you add more contracts? As if I start to see market structure looking more like continue to be favorable, maybe if we get down to these 016s and we start to reverse. If we see how we're starting to reverse right now off of 22, if that was happening down here, then I would definitely look to add. I mean this could be not too bad of a place to add. I mean. Yeah, that was a place to add. I was waiting for the 16s. Should have added. Oh well. Dakota, you suck. Good thing this is not a signals class. We're blowing faders accounts tonight. We're blowing the faders accounts tonight. See, trading's easy. Up 30 points. We're going. All right, let's see if we could get these. Let's go for 48. I like 48s. 48s right before we get to that round number 50. Just a casual 40 points to start the slow markets. Casual 40 points to start slow markets, everybody. If we could get it. Got your $1,500 payout. Way to go. Way to millionaire. Next time, let me go all in, everybody. Remind me to go just YOLO all 50 contracts instead of a micro. April Friedman. Yeah, I'm going to start at the same time now if this wins. It's like, actually, I'm doing pretty good. No, I'm starting. No, this is a one-off. This is a one-off due to weather and traffic delays. I still figured it's not fair. There's a lot of traders that want to see my slow markets on Sunday night, and I don't think it would be fair just to fully cancel just based off of that, since I still had the time. If I had to, I had time, I did it. If I had other plans, then of course I wouldn't be able to make it at this time, but it's only fair. And I decided to, hey, we could push it forward. I don't mind showing up for slow markets. I'll still do an hour stream, Sunday night, even though I'm delayed and weather. And so I enjoyed this. You got your first payout in well over a year on Thursday. I'm happy the hard work has paid off. Great work, Jimmy. Jimmy's crack corn. I think I might take this $50. I might just take this $50 and run. Let's see how it plays. If we fail these 30s, I'll take the $50. We might not. Oh no, this might keep going. This might keep going, chat. This might keep going. I might have to trail this, baby. Let's see. Let me make sure I got everything all set up here. Looking good. Let's see. I'll close it manually if we break through this 44s, these mid 44s. There, yeah. Yeah, no sense of having my stop loss down there. Let's tighten that stop loss up. Let's lock in the profits. Let's just lock in them. Why do I have a dollar amount? I should keep that at my points. We'll keep the points. 34 points. 34 points. We didn't quite break through the mid 40s. Looking for those 50s. Not like that one. Yeah. How's my stats these days? They're doing better. Let's see if we can get through that. 35 points. Music is too quiet. How's that? Yeah, let me know. I could always turn it down. That's better. All right, we're gonna change. We'll change this. Yeah, it's lo-fi. Some nice lo-fi music. Some lo-fi hip hop. It has to be what do you call it? Non-licensed or whatever. Well, if this is how trading was every night, it'd be pretty easy, huh? You just log in, turn on the stream. Hey, do my analysis, enter into a trade, make some dinner, and then turn off, go to bed. Man, it's going to be an amazing year, everybody. An amazing year. We have the studio coming together, it sounds like, over there in Chicago. Great things happening. Talking about some poker. That'd be fun. Do a trading get together for some poker. We'll find out who's the real deal. I need to see us hold this level. If not, I'll take the 50 bucks and run. Why do poker players trade a lot? Or vice versa, right? You can also say, hey, why are there so many traders that play poker? It's like the statistical, mathematical mindset, probabilities, statistics, managing risk. All that. Let's just wait. Let's wait. Let's see how we're gonna act. I have my button on my finger on the button. You'd love to fly out and check the studio in Chicago. I'm sure we'll get more as Topstep comes out. Topstep TV during the day show. They'll update as things progress, I'm sure. That's where I get all my updates. I get all my updates from the day show. Have I ever got a royal flush? I folded a royal flush, but I folded it before I knew it was a royal flush. Richard Harris, are you really a grandmaster level? What's your rating? No, you don't need to learn poker. It's the same idea though, right? Risk management, statistics, probabilities. I will play you, Richard Harris, on chess. Whoop. I don't know if I would be allowed to play a chess game on air. It only lasts like, we could do maybe a rapid or a blitz on air. Maybe we'd do that in slow markets while we're waiting for a trade. I could play a quick rapid chess. Do it. Do it right now. Four kind is the best. 2 in hands, 2 on the board. All I need. My rating in chess is like 500. Play poker instead? No, we're in a trade. We are in a trade right now. Yeah, chess is also, it's like the statistical analytical mindset. Let's see. I'm double checking some stuff. Well, we got the 40 to 35 points really fast. Now we're kind of just consolidating here. Not really moving. Just consolidating here at the 040s. Would you add here? No, I wouldn't. I would not add here. The ad was on the pullback. Ad was definitely on the pullback. Yeah, the bullet traders supporting the vets. I went to an event yesterday for veterans. Did some donations. Vets helping vets. I'm always finding ways to give back. You don't need an excuse to give back. I posted some of the details there. Thank you, Leo. As a vet, thank you. I'm not a vet, but it doesn't mean that I shouldn't give back. You don't have to be a vet to help out. You never need an excuse, everyone. You never need an excuse to give or help others. Okay, I might just take this $50. I'm taking the $50. All right, there we go. $50 right on the money. Even. Let's see if we get a pullback. Let's see if we get... I know we didn't break. Look, I probably closed that one out early. I know we didn't break this level. I was going to wait for it to break this. But that's okay. That's okay. Can't argue. Money in the pocket. What do they say? One in the hand is better than two in the bush. Dakota, buy gold. Shall we take a look at some gold? We'll take a look at the gold. What is the gold doing? We're just kind of consolidating here in these 70s. Let's look at the 5 minute. Let's look at the 5 minute. 5 minute. Let's look at the hourly. $400 lots in the ES. How much would that have been if you were trading minis? Just times it by 5. Micro is 1/10 of a mini, so yeah. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. $500 bill. Gold is popping. Let's take a look at the NAS. Now we're getting a little bit of a pullback here in the NASDAQ. I still don't want to be in a position. I think that's relatively good. I don't do back testing. Press start or wherever that question was. I will journal occasionally. Okay. I'm just trying to confirm something first. Trying to confirm something. Okay. On the daily and gold in the daily. Let's look. Let's look. On the daily chart on gold. Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question. The question is this a 3-bar reversal on the daily chart in gold? What do you think, chat? What's your thoughts? Tell me, chat. What is your thoughts on this? This is a gold chart, and this is a daily. Is that a 3-bar reversal to you? Depending if we close or not. Oh, look at that. Someone's saying no, no. Let's run a poll. Let's run a poll. Because I have my opinion about it. Let's run a poll. Is GC a 3-bar reversal on the daily? Oh, wait. Oh, I gotta set that up as a poll, huh? Yeah, I read the chat. I always read the chat. I love reading the chat. Is that a... Is... Alright, let's run this poll. Yes or no? Yes or no. I have my opinion. And it's not, it depends. Well, I guess it could be it depends. It depends on your process. I'm gonna vote. Okay, I voted. Oh, chat's 50-50. Chat's 50-50. Chat's undecided too. Well, right. This is that's a tough question, right? It is. That's a nice level of resistance. We got that indecision candle on the second. How are you? Wow, impressive. Chat not knowing. I thought it would be way more tilted. There is 2 ways to look at it, to be honest. There's 2 ways to look at this. Maybe there's like 4 ways. Okay, I think that's it. I mean, look at this. Look at that. It's just 50-50. 50-50. That is a tough one. This really is a tough one. And usually when it's this tough, you just want to even take a trade, right? 50-50, maybe 49-50. It's just so close. My answer is it really depends, but ultimately I would say technically no. Technically no. Well, I'm not going to zoom in. It's basically just looking at it at this chart, the daily, right? You can zoom in and come up with a different answer. But essentially, I'm looking at this candlestick as the main candlestick right here, right? This main one. That's the big candlestick. That would technically bar number 1. Right? That's technically bar number 1. And anything inside of that, so anything inside of this candlestick can be technically classified as an inside candle, right? And so the 3-bar reversal, or the reversal, wouldn't happen until we break above the high. So the reversal would not happen until we break above basically 33, or what is that? 33 evens, or wherever the high of this candle is. So there's that way of looking at it, right? Then you also have the thing of where if this candlestick comes up, we break above it and then we close below. That's still a no. Some traders might wait until we actually close. Like if this was the candle, right? Wait until we close above that high, or if we close down here, it's still not, right? So there's that way of looking at it. Or if you're just basing it off of this candle right there, this small, candle, then I would still say it depends because we broke above it, but we haven't closed above it. So if you're like preemptive, like I like to be preemptive, and sometimes it comes back and bites me, then sure, if you're basing it off of this candlestick and you want to be preemptive, so hey, number one, I want to base it off this candlestick because it's consolidation, and then I'm trying to be preemptive, then sure, that you could classify that as a yes. But then that's that question is, do you want to wait for this candlestick to finish above it, right? Is this candlestick going to finish above it? Or what if, because it's not over yet. During the New York session, gold could just sell off and this candlestick could finish down here, right? So that's where, and this is why I love to give the answer, it depends. It depends on so many different things. But ultimately, whatever you do as a trader, just make sure you're following a process. If you follow a process, then you don't have to question it, right? Make sure you have a process to where it's clear enough for you that you don't have to guess it. And then you don't have to worry about it. Maybe you do both and view the statistics and see, statistically which one's more profitable. Which one has better statistics in the long run. Make it mechanical. Yeah, you can make it mechanical. Not discretionary. NASDAQ is starting to sell off. Starting to sell off again. Do we have that big order? Look, there's 400. There's 400 coming in at. See this? I don't believe these orders now. That 600 came in and got pulled. Now there's 400 at 049. I don't think these are people or whatever. I don't think they're willing to get filled. I don't think that these orders coming on the books tonight, these bigger ones, are looking to get filled. Spoofing and boofing? Yeah, this is different than when it was with Coach Jay and I. When Coach Jay and I was on, we were seeing the 400 get filled. So maybe we go up there. Maybe we go up there. If we take a look at that zoomed in time frame, we're still just getting a pullback. So still no trades. I'm going to watch this closely though. I'll watch this order closely. I'm going to watch, let's see. Let's take a look at the Nikkei. Run through the Nikkei. Not much going on there. This is the Japanese market. Nikkei is actually, it's pretty ugly honestly lately. I used to love trading this. It's been lackluster. It's been very lackluster. You might be tempted at 20K again. If we get down there, and it depends on how price reacts down there. How was Baron? How did everybody like Baron? Having Baron on Thursday. How was that, everybody? Jay's now joining me Mondays and Wednesdays, and you know, how was that? Thoughts on silver? I haven't looked at silver for a while. Yeah, I haven't traded the Nikkei for. Baron's awesome. He's your mentor. Oh, okay. Yeah, Baron is a cool dude. I really enjoyed having him on for slow markets. You enjoyed it. You enjoyed it. Boogie boo. Chess, baby. Let's blitz it out. I'm doing a few double checks on my end. Look at NASDAQ. Yeah, NASDAQ bouncing again. Crazy. We crawled back the Liberation Day losses. Markets are resilient. Markets are very resilient. That's for sure. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Nice flagging pattern right here. And a breakout. We did get to those 50s. It took some time though. Wow, 70% is answering yes to the poll. 70% is answering yes. They cancel the contract. Did they cancel those 400s? Yeah, see? That 400 contract on the NASDAQ. They just pulled it. Coach, do you trade only with Topstep? I trade my personal. I've been a trader for now over 14 years. It's been one of my primary sources of income. And I wanted to help some traders out. And so I joined Topstep. And I wasn't even trading at Topstep. I was like, I don't mind like doing some coaching and helping some traders. And then a little bit into when I've been coaching, I'm just like, okay, I could prove it. And so I started to trade. I started an account, and then I'm like, okay, I'll start an account while I'm doing coaching. I trade my own personal. I decided just to start it to prove that I could do it. And then 2 months in, I made it to the #1 spot on the leaderboard last year. Because I only started just over a year ago. And I've been there since. Look, there's the 200. 200's now at 060. 200's now at 060. Captain Simfluencer. I'm the OG Bowser. Hey, actually, I've been trading live most of the time while I've been at Topstep, but I did take advantage. I took advantage just like... Nope, I'm not going there, actually. Not going that route. Why didn't you, Bowser? Why didn't you? That's the question. All right, look at the chat. 67. The majority wants to see that 3-minute chess game. All right, I'll put in a request, and maybe one of these nights you'll get to see it. Spoofers. These big orders are not coming in to get filled. They're just getting pulled. Do you think they're trying to bring the market up? I don't know. Nope, I do not. The question is, do I only trade the Asian session? I don't. I am on slow markets tonight. Typically 7:30 p.m. Central and Sunday night through Thursday night, and then I'll tune in and I trade on the day show during Topstep TV during fast markets, and that's at the New York Session Open. So both of those. Both. Can we bet who wins the chess match? I don't know. Betting live on air between a 3-minute chess game. Come on, that's a Deegan practices. Maybe best of 7, maybe. We'll do a best of 7. Best on my statistics, would I give better probabilities on fast markets or slow markets? I think long-term slow markets for me. I'm not. It depends. I'm starting to get better during fast markets. I tell everybody, right, Bowser? I tell everybody, if you pay attention, that I'm not the best. And once the data loads from Friday, I think it does. I think it does. There could be a chance. We have FOMC this week, so maybe there's a lot of profit taking, hedging, consolidation, and some uncertainty. Headline still the number one thing. Anything with tariffs will move these markets. Tariffs, a deal, right? Talking about a deal in China. Tariff deal, anything. I mean, if anyone mentions a tariff deal, we could just be up 1,000 points, to be honest. Seems like that. Anyone have the hockey game on? I don't watch hockey, gotta be honest. Well, it's been a quick hour. It's been a really fast hour. Interesting. The bullet traders. I have no idea how much I'm helping traders by demonstrating your trades live each day. I know the bullet trader. I know there are some that can probably charge a bit of money for what I do, but I don't mind doing it on air on YouTube for everybody here. Topstep has brought an amazing community and a platform and has allowed me to do this for everybody online, and I want to see traders take advantage of learning. And maybe you're not learning anything and maybe you just find it entertaining. It doesn't matter, but hopefully it does. I'm not here to sell you anything. If I try and sell you something, call me out. Maybe I'll sell you like a t-shirt, right? Maybe I sell a t-shirt. And to be honest, if I do sell like something like t-shirts or anything, I'd give all the profits to charity. I know you do, Bowser. I know you do. Yeah, if I ever started to sell swag or something like that, 100%. Profits are going to charities. Stop loss is a better entry. Yeah, here we go, right? Stop loss is a better entry. There's a fun, good sayings and some stuff. I don't know. Maybe that's later on down the road. Yeah. There's a lot of traders that don't realize that there's some amazing opportunities in these markets overnight, right? And depending on where you're at around the world, it could be this time, right? Maybe it's morning, maybe it's afternoon. We have traders around the world, so I have a harder time saying overnight because it might not be overnight for you. It might be morning, afternoon, lunchtime, I don't know. But the Asian session and the London session, there's some amazing opportunities. We have some great traders who cover those sessions. We have Dee, who's been at Topstep for, since as long as I could remember, since I've been here, and she's covering the Euro session, right? London session. Then we have Aaron, who covers the London Open, and there's some amazing opportunities. You do not need to force yourself to be in front of your screen during the London or during the New York session. There's amazing opportunities, and yeah, sometimes I hear stories where traders like, man, or a person is like, I love trading. I want to trade. That's what I'm passionate about. And if I didn't have a job, I would practice trading. And I'm like, well, you don't need to trade the New York session because, of course, their job was enabling them or not allowing them to trade during the New York session because they were working at the job, so they couldn't trade. And so I love to see this. I explained to him, like, hey, did you know before you go to bed? And this is someone local and local time zones, to where it's not like, hey, I usually go to bed at this time. Like, that's how it was for me. You can try practicing and trading at that time. You place a few orders before you go to bed. If you see some good setups and you go to bed, you wake up, and as soon as you wake up, you could just briefly check the market and maybe make adjustments. Maybe you're moving your stop loss or your take profit, or you're just closing out a trade, or you wait until the next day, because that's the beautiful thing about these future markets is they're open, 23 hours Sunday night through Friday afternoon, and you could place a trade and just let it run until the next day, right? And it'll close out. It'll either hit your stop loss or your take profit. Here at Topstep, it would close out at the 5 minutes after the close anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And it's a nice thing we have right now with technology and what we have available. Did I ever work with paper trading? I'm not sure what you mean by that. If I ever worked with paper trading, I've practiced. I've traded in practice accounts when I'm struggling. Definitely. I've done it on air too, because I'm primarily an options trader, a stock and options trader, and I've traded futures, and I'm not the best day trading at futures. Okay, this is 100%. I'm not the best at it. Give me options and stocks all day long. Futures, I'm still learning. And so while teaching, while helping others, I'm learning. I've learned a lot from the other coaches, Coach Jay, Coach Paul, Coach Hoop, Coach Vince, all these other coaches, Hoag. I've learned a lot, and I'm becoming better. I want to become better. I want to continue to improve. I see it as it's me versus me. It's not me versus another person, even though there's always fun banter online, on social media, and on air. And it's always fun banter. But yeah, you tell me, KJ trades. There's other people that's on top, ahead of me on the leaderboard, and they're amazing traders. And there's going to continue to be traders who are better than I am. There's traders that you'll never hear from. There's traders who will never trade a prop firm because they're already amazing and they're trading their own, and they prefer not to have a pissing contest online with people. So yeah, what a market. Maybe we get another down leg. I'm not sure, but it might be looking like we get another down leg. I think that's it, everybody. Thanks for staying after. It was nice to get 1,300 peak concurrent viewers or whatever our top was, waiting for me while I was dealing with the weather and traffic. But it's Sunday night. Enjoy it. FOMC this week. Trading's optional, and I will see everybody bright and early tomorrow morning for the New York session. If not, again, tomorrow night during slow markets, Coach Jay is going to be joining me, and it's always a blast to have him on. Take care, everybody, and enjoy.